Hello student. Today we are going to study quicksort algorithm. The quicksort algorithm is the sorting technique that is based on the divide and conquer technique. Quicksort technique is very unique in its approach because it's used the divide and conquer strategy which has not been used in the quick algorithm that we have studied till date. And in this algorithm the name is quick. Quick means fast. This algorithm name is not at random, that we have named it as a quick sort element. The reason behind naming is quick sort is that the its algorithm sorts the array in such a way that suppose we want to sort an element, but we do not want to sort the whole array. If you have not understand what I have said, it means that suppose there are number and there are number 6 7 5 8 9 3 1. I have named 1 to 10 digit number and I have placed it like this. Suppose 10 9 8 1 7 6 5 4 3 2. Here in this list there are number from 1 to 10 and they are not in sorted order. That means there is no order in this number. And suppose I want to sort a number to its right position but without sorting the whole array. For example, I want to sort the number 2, and at what will be the final position of number 2 if I arrange this into the sorted array. But in this technique you will finally find out that this number should come at the position number second and rest of the number will not be in the sorted order. It is very strange thing that without sorting the whole array, how you can finally locate an individual number into the sequence. So how it is done? In it, the sorting is done in such a way that finally the element that we want to that which position we want to find out is placed in such a way that on its left side there are all the elements which are smaller than this element, and on the right hand side there are elements which are greater than this element. Or we can simply, when 2 is placed in a position, then all the element on the left side will be smaller than 2, and all on the right hand side all the element will be larger than 2. So we shall sort the array into the two partition in such a way that on the left hand side there will be elements which are smaller than 2, and on the right hand side there will be elements which are greater than 2. In this way 2 position will be final one. Here we have not sorted the right hand side where there are number of elements they are greater than 2. They are just satisfying the criteria that they are greater than 2, but there is no order in between them. And on the similarly on the left hand side the element are smaller than 2 but they are not in order. But we are not interested in solving or sorting all the element, and we are just finding out the position of the particular element in the sorted array without sorting the whole array. What is the advantage? The advantage is that we can without sorting the whole array we can find out the position of the single element. So this is quite a quick technique. So it is faster than the many of the algorithm, but in certain situation it perform very poorly. There are certain situation in which this quicksort perform better results, but it is not perform very well in all the cases. I shall discuss this later, but I am giving you an overview of this about why its name is quick, because it can sort the data and find the position of the particular element without sorting the complete array. It's place the element at the position at which on the left hand side element will be smaller than the element, on the right hand side the element would be larger than that element. So its name is quicksort and it is based on divide and conquer. Here I have divided the array into the two partition, left side the smaller element, right hand side the larger element. So I have divided these two. So how this is done programmatically. So I shall teach you about the algorithm that is used to perform this operation, and after that I shall take an example and I shall perform the quicksort algorithm over it. So first we start with the pseudocode or the logic for performing all these things. So to sort all the elements smaller than that element to the left hand side, and all the element greater than that element on the right hand side. So, to perform this algorithm, what we do, we first start a quicksort algorithm. In it, we take an element that which position we want to find out, or is taken as the uh, pivot element. So here there is an array. We start here with an array A, which starts with index P. Here is an array A, which start with index P and index is R. Okay, here we are initializing an array which starts with index P and end with index R, and we are partitioning this array. And if we partition this array, suppose we decide Q element as the pivot element here, then we partition this array at the point P, then this array will Q, then this array will partition into two parts, A P to Q minus 1. Suppose this is the point position number Q. So this is the array element, then this side will be P and Q minus 1, and this side would be Q plus 1 comma R. So just take a look here. Here I have partitioned the array P which starts from P and end at index R, and we have taken Q as the pivot element, and after taking the pivot element, this array has been divided into the two partitions, and on which we shall perform the quicksort algorithm. One array A starting index P and ending at the index Q minus 1. Similarly, the second one starts with at index Q plus 1 and end at index R. And on these two subarrays, we shall perform the quicksort algorithm. And for the part in this quicksort algorithm, what we will do, the algorithm code is written here. Here, suppose I have to partition first and this way, suppose and this type of partitioning is done for each element which we consider as pivot element until the condition P becomes equals to length of the element or R. So the in partitioning step A P to R, what we do, suppose there is an element array, the same array AP is which starts at P and end at R. The element, suppose here I am taking X as AR. Suppose I am taking last element as the pivot element, it is named as X. The element located at position number AR is termed as X. This become X, and I is equal to P minus 1. P is starting with value 1. It is the initial step. P is equal to 1 to R. So P minus 1 would be equals to 1 minus 1 equals to, sorry मैं नीचे लिख रहा हूँ इसको. So I am rubbing this part. Here, this is the array P and this is part R, and at the position number at AR is equal to X, and P start from here, and P minus 1 is equals to 1 minus 1 equals to 0. So I will initialize with value 0. And now for j equals to P to R minus 1, means R minus 1 would be here and P would be here. So from P to R minus 1, we shall start a loop. And what we will do in this loop, it means in this array, leaving the pivot, except the pivot element, we shall travel the whole array. And while traveling the whole array, what we shall do if aj is less than x, we shall find out if there is element and j a variable will move from here to starting of the array to p minus 1. We shall check out that from on the if there is an element sorry, on the left hand side which is smaller than x. So in simple word, I can say that the element that you have taken as pivot at the end of the array we shall find out on the left hand side of it if is there any element which is smaller than that. If the condition is satisfied, then I is equals to I plus 1. Then we increase the index of, if we get any element smaller than the pivot element on the left hand side, then we increase the value of I plus 1. Or we can say that we start counting. We can say that simple word that we keep on counting the number of elements which are smaller than the pivot element, and we start counting every time we get an element smaller than that element, the count is increased. So here what is we are doing, we are actually counting the smaller element on the left hand side, and when we found any element which is smaller than the pivot element, then we perform exchange operation. Exchange operation between the element at AI index and AJ index. Suppose if first element is found at the smaller than the pivot element, then it is swapped with the first element. If second element is found smaller than the pivot element, then it is swapped with the second element. If third element is found smaller than the pivot element, then it is swapped with the third element. When we have traversed the whole side, whole left hand side, then at final position we at the end perform I plus 1 with AR. We place the pivot element. After this, at the final end of when we find out all the smaller element, and the end of that we place the pivot element, and we return the I plus 1 as the position of the final pivot element whose position we wanted to find, whose position we wanted to find out. Okay, so if this technique is, if you have not understand that, I am taking an example, and with that example I am going to explain you how this algorithm is working, because it happens that by taking a look at the algorithm it seems very difficult, and it is quite possible that somebody has not understood that. So I am giving you an example, and with that example it will be much clear to you that how quicksort algorithm works. So I am rubbing this and I am taking an example. I am going to explain you. First, keep in your mind x is the end of the array and x is AR. I is equal to p minus 1. Matlab start with 0, and on the left hand side j is equal to p to r minus 1. On the left hand side we are finding out that where there any element is smaller than pivot element. If we got any element smaller than pivot element, we first swap it with first, then swap it with second, third with third, and after swapping we finally placed the final element at I plus 1. So for example, I am taking an array A equals to 9, 2, 5, 7, 1, 4, 0, 1, 0, 6, 1, 0 and 6. Suppose I have an unsorted array A, and I want to sort out the position of element 6 in this array without sorting the complete array. So this will be the position of p equals to 1, and this will be the, I am going to index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so p is equal to 1. P will start with this one, and for I equals to p minus 1, so I equals to p minus 1 equals to 1 minus 1 equals to 0. So I would be I equals to 0. And for j equals to p to r minus 1, this is the value of r is equals to 9. R is equals to 9. R is the, and x is equal to AR, and x equals to AR means A9. X equal to AR equals to A9 is equals to 6. X equal to 6, and we shall find in this loop we shall check from j is equal to p to r minus 1. So for p to r minus 1, r is equal to 9. So from traveling I is equal j equals to p means 1 to position number r minus 1. R minus 1 equals to 8. From position number 1 to 8 we travel and we shall find out if there is any element aj which is smaller than x. X is 6. We shall check find out. So if aj is smaller than 6, so here aj is equal to aj क्या है, aj आपका 1 होगा. तो in first position 9 will be compared with the 6. 9 is smaller than 6. Not 9 is not smaller than 6. 2 is smaller than 6. For j equals to 2, क्या कंडीशन होगी आपका j equals to 2 जो आपका है उसमें क्या होगा, aj is a2 is less than a x. x की वैल्यू 6 है तो ये ट्रू, आपकी ये वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी ट्रू. उस सिचुएशन में आप क्या करेंगे, देन i equals to i plus 1. देन i की वैल्यू कितनी है आपकी 0. i equals to i plus 1. This will become equal to 0 plus 1 equals to 1. Equals to 1. Then what? We shall perform ai with aj. ai with aj. aj is equals to 2 and ai equals to 9. So these two elements will be swapped. ai here ai is swapped with aj. Means a1 will be swapped with aj, a2. So after this swapping what will happen, these two elements will be swapped. In simple word, you need not to understand this algorithm in this technical word. In simple language, if you find out first element is smaller than 6, then you will swap at position, place at a position number 1. If you will find second element is smaller than 6, then you will place it at the position number 2nd. If you will place third number smaller than 6, you will place that number at position number 3. So after this swapping, 9 would come here. I'm writing this here. 9 2. After that, this will happen like this. Look like this. 2 9 5 7 1 4 1 0 6. Okay. Now we shall move forward for j equals to 3. We shall check if j equals to 3 and j equals to 3, the condition is satisfied. Age, because aj is smaller than x, a3 is less than x, या a3 क्या है आपका 5 is less than 6, true. So what will happen, I would be I plus 1 equals to 1 plus 1 equals to 2, and ai will be exchanged with aj. Means a2 will be exchanged with aj. aj, what is aj? What is aj? j मतलब means 5. Means 5. aj means if aj is equal to a3. Means number 9, a2 is equal to 9 and 5. 9 and 5 will be swapped. So swapping will take place here between these two elements. Okay. So condition is satisfied. So second element is smaller than, after the swapping, the array will look like this. Two, 5, 9, 7, 1, 4, sorry, 7, 9, 1, 4. I have written it 2 twice. This is not 1, 4. मैं इसको 8 रख देता हूँ. 8 है, this one is 8. I have repeated a number. ठीक है, 8. तो 1 4 8 0 6. Okay. Now the next element is 7. 7 is not smaller than 6. So we shall move forward. 1 1 is for j equals to 5. J equals to 5, aj is less than x, means a5 is less than 6. So ये true है situation. Then I equals to I plus 1, means 2 plus 1 3, because in the last step I value was 2. So now ai with aj. So ai is equal to a3 will be swapped with j. J equals to 5. A5 means it means the third element would be swapped with the fifth element. These two elements will be swapped. So 1 will be swapped with 9 will be swapped with 1. So after this swapping, 2 5 1 7 9 4 8 0 6. Okay, again the next element is also smaller than 6. Okay, so this element would be again swapped with the, for j is equal to 6, again the condition is satisfied. So aj is less than x. aj equals, for j equals to 6. So aj less than 6, so aj matlab because 4 is less than 6 true. So in this situation what will we do? I is equal to I plus 1, matlab 3 plus 1 is equal to 4, and ai is नीचे, अच्छा मैं ऊपर कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, ओके, आई एम रबिंग दिस पार्ट. ठीक है, ओके. तो here for a4 will be swapped with a6. So a4 is equal to 7. 7 will be swapped with a7 will be swapped with 4. So at this position the swapping will take place. After this, this will look like in this order, appear in this order: 2 5 1 4 and 9 7 8 0 6. 2 5 1 4 9 7 8 0. Okay, so the next value is 336. Seventh value, 8 is not less than 6. So we shall move forward. 0 is less than 6. So for j equals to 8, aj is less than x, means a8 is less than 6. Yeah, 0 is less than 6. In that situation I is equal to I plus 1 equals to 4 plus 1 equals to 5. 4 plus 1 equals to 5. So a5 will be swapped with aj. So a5 will be swapped with j value is here is a8. So a5 position pe there is element 9. So 9 will be swapped with 0. So 9 would be swapped with 0. Okay, I am doing the same procedure, but I am iteratively counting the value of, increasing the value of I, and actually I am counting the number of elements which are smaller than the pivot element and on which are on the left hand side. So I am just performing one more swap, and after this swap the array will look like this. 2 5 1 4 0 7 8 9 6. Okay, and finally we have reached up to the end of the loop, because the for loop was from j equals to p to r minus 1 and r was equals to 9, and we have completed the loop. We have completed the loop, and at the last we get out of the loop and perform the final exchange operation at the position I plus 1. The I value was at 4 position, so at last step 6 last step at the I plus 1 position, I is equal to was 5. So at the last, I is equals to I plus 1 equals to 5 plus 1 equals to 6. This will be the following position of an AI with AR. This will be the final exchange operation. So here 7 will be exchanged with 6. So after that, the final position of the array would become like this. So 2, 5, 1, 4, 0, 6, 8, 9, 7. This was our pivot element. This was our pivot element. So take a look here. Here on the left hand side, all the elements are smaller than 6, and on the right hand side all the elements greater than 6. So here in quicksort, all the we have found the position of the element 6 that was considered as a pivot element, and we have finally placed it at the position where the array on the element on the left hand side are smaller than the pivot element, and element on the right hand side are the greater than the pivot element. But the element on the left hand side are smaller than 6, but they are not sorted. And similarly, the element on the right hand side are greater than 6 but not in sorted order. So the quick sort has divided the array into two partition, and in after this the position of 6 is final, and this without sorting the complete array. So this is the name that without sorting the array we have just found out the position of the pivot element, and we shall repeat the procedure over these two partitions to finally sort the complete array. So in this quick sort we have solved the technique. This is be very easy to understand if you take practice it, and I am going to explain you the complexity of this algorithm. So complexity of algorithm is like this. The complexity of the quicksort is variable in three different cases. In worst case, it is theta n square. In average case, it is theta n log n. So how we shall compute the complexity of this quicksort algorithm? Let's understand. Complexity, the worst case. The complexity of the quicksort depend upon the partition that we take, the partition we get after on the basis of pivot element. So suppose we took the pivot element in such a way that it partitioned the array into two partitions, that the one side is with one element and the one side is with n minus one element, and each time we perform the partition we got the similar condition every time n minus 1, and this will reduce it every step. Sorry, n minus 1, n minus 2, फिर n minus 3, and n minus 4, like this. Okay, suppose we choose a pivot element in such a way that every time we partition the array and we partition it two way, that one side is with a single element or zero element and other side contain the whole element. Suppose the pivot element is taken, so this happens in case when the array is already sorted. When the array is already sorted, then if we partition the array, then we will not get any element on the right hand side. In this way, the partition will be, take the cost will be equals to this, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, and so on. And adding all these terms, this becomes equals to Tn is equals to theta n square in worst case. So if we take a pivot element such that on the left hand side there are n minus n elements and on the right hand side there are 0 elements, and every time we keep on partitioning this similarly in the case of already sorted array, then the complexity would be equals to n plus n, n minus 1, n minus 2, and so on up to 1, which sums becomes equals to n square order. In that case, so the in worst case, the complexity of the quicksort algorithm is equals to theta n square. But suppose we have partitioned it in a balanced way, that in balanced way partition, the tree would be different. Best case, and so on, t n by 8, so on. This is the case where we are partitioning the tree in perfectly balanced form, and we are the pivot element is partitioning the array in such a way there are equal element on the left hand side and equal element on the left hand side. For example, there are tn element and we have divided into the two subarray, left subarray with the n by 2 element and the right array with n by 2 element. And on the further dividing, we are getting the equal partition or balanced partition n by 4 and n by 4. This is the case of binary tree. And in binary key, we know that this length is equals to log n, and the final complexity in this case would be equals to theta n log n, would be equals to theta of n log n. So in best case, it is equals to theta of n log n. But what happens in average case? For in average case, suppose the tree would be slightly different. This is the best case. The best case happen when the tree is equally partitioned, and in best average case, what the tree will be slightly different. Suppose Tn is being partitioned in such a way, Tn by 3 plus T 2n by 3 plus theta n form. Then and T 2n by 3 is आप करेंगे 2n by 9, sorry, n by 3, n by 9 and T into 2n by 9 2n by 9 and so on. In this case, this is also very like a binary tree, and the height here will also be equals to log n, but the base will be equals to 2n by 3 because 2n by 3 is the larger part here. So in this case also, the performance of the quicksort will be very much similar to the best case, and this will be equals to Tn will again be equals to the theta of n log n. So it is slightly greater than theta n log n, but the order would be like this. So in worst case, its complexity is equals to theta n square, and it is better than insertion sort. So, or in other word, we can say that when array is already sorted, the performance of quicksort is poorer than the insertion sort, because in insertion sort, in best case, when the array is already sorted, the complexity is equals to theta n, and in the worst case, in that case, already sorted array, the quick sort performance is theta n square. It is a divide conquer approach, and with a little bit of practice, you can easily understand this. Hope so. Thank you.